Hey guys, in this video we'll be creating this tank top, and for us to do that we'll be using this stretchy fabric. The fabric is quite stretchy, and since I'm on a small size, I'm using this leftover piece from a previous work I had done. It's definitely going to be enough. And so for us to start, I folded my fabric into two and ruled a line across. This line is going to serve as our starting line rather. This line is important because you need to be sure you're working on a straight angle. So for us to start, I'm starting with my neck width. I'm using 3 inches for the neck width of this dress, and I came down by 4 inches from the top. I came down by 4 inches for the neck depth. Yeah, and I also came further and marked 4 inches as well, and connected my dots. Um, like I said, the fabric is stretchy, so while working on it, you need to have a firm grip on it so that it doesn't shake around. Afterwards, I went ahead to mark 9 inches for my shoulder to bust point and 13 inches for my under bust. And yeah, from my shoulder to my under bust is 13 inches, and marked 16 inches for the full length of this top. So this is more like a crop top, so it doesn't have to go down all the way to my waist. Afterwards, I rule the line to be sure that it's on a straight angle. Afterwards, I went ahead to cut it. So if you noticed, I left a few inches that I'll be using. Yeah, so when I'm going to stitch the ends, I'll be using that for my stitching. So afterwards, I went ahead to mark my shoulder measurements. My shoulder is 14 divided by 2 is giving us 7 inches. After that, I went ahead to mark my armhole. My whole armhole measurement is 6.6. The best way to get your armhole measurement is to divide your round bust in by 6 and divide and add 1.5 to it. Afterwards, I went ahead to get the midpoint of my armhole measurement and added and came in by half inches. That's the second dot you're seeing. Came in by half inches and connected the dots like as you can see. Afterwards, I went to get the round bust measurement. My round bust measurement is 7.5, but I noticed my fabric was not enough, but that wasn't much of a problem because the top is going to be tight and fitted, but then the fabric is stretchy, so yeah, it was fine. I went ahead to take my body measurement for the full the down parts and joined all the dots together to give us the shape of this top. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. Afterwards i afterwards i went to the shoulder part of my dress. That's what I'm doing right now, and removed 2 inches from the end. I marked 2 inches and joined it to the down part of my sleeve. As you can see, that's exactly what I'm doing. I marked it out, joined my dots, and yeah, that was it. So we have to cut out and leave some inches behind. Okay, so after cutting it out, this is how it looks like when you open it up. This is how it looks. So we now have the front block of our dress. So for us to get the back, we are going to place it on the fabric and pin it to get the front back part of our dress. So we'll just pin it to make sure it holds firmly, and go ahead to cut it out with your scissors. So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut out the facing of this top. So for us to do that, you place your top, the front part or the block part, either of it, on another fabric and use your tailor's chalk, or yeah, your tailor's chalk, to just mark across just the way I'm doing it. Mark it down to every part. Then afterwards you remove it and get your scissors to cut across. So I decided to finish the cutting off camera. So this is it. This is the facing after I was done cutting it. So the next thing you're going to do is to place your facing on your top. Make sure the both of them are facing each other right sides. Check the right side of your top and make sure they're facing each other. Then you go ahead to pin down the facing to your top. So after pinning it, you go ahead and make stitches all around the areas that I have pinned, or that you have pinned rather. So after that, this is exactly how mine is looking like. I've gone ahead to make stitches on areas that I pinned. Yeah, so this is me making my notches on the inner parts, on the insides of the dress. I also went ahead to like knitting up all the rough edges and to cut out all the areas that needs to be cut out. So you can also go ahead and cut out all the rough edges on your dress. So I noticed that some areas of my facing was actually coming out or like much bigger, so I went ahead to cut every part that needs to be cut out. So also go ahead and do that. So after I was done, I turned my dress to the right side, and this is exactly how it is looking. So after you give this a very fine like ironing, it's definitely going to look out so fine. But right now I can't really iron it because there's no light here. So yeah, but this is how it's looking. So I have the front and the back right sides facing each other. So this is how it looks. So you go ahead now and make stitches on the top part of the sleeve. Looks like even though it's sleeveless, there's a hand, so you go ahead and make stitches on the top part. You use half inches to sew at the top, sew across the both blocks, back and the front, sew across the top like this, and also go ahead to sew the sides. At least use half inches to sew across, and also the down. After I did that, this is exactly how it was looking. This is how my tank top came out. I noticed that the downside stretched more than the sides of the dress, but it's fine. After I give it a very good press, it's definitely going to look very fine. So go ahead to also make cut out all the threads and knitting your dress. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please follow me if you have not followed my channel, so that you get notified when I drop more videos. And this is exactly how the top looked on me after I put it on. Tell me what you think of this dress. Please follow my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.